from Columbus, Ohio, this is the Get Business Credit YouTube channel with your host, Josh Van Horn. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification right now to stay up to date as soon as we release new business credit gems. Take it over, Josh.
Hey, what's up? It's Josh with the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be going over business auto loans, no personal guarantee, what the requirements are, how long you have to be in business, all that good data points. It's through Ally Financial, Ally Bank, PNC, GM, Ford, and Toyota. Those are the ones I'm going to kind of cover on today's video, but there may be others out there. These are just the ones that I'm covering today. So before I get into all that, I would just like to ask, if you're not already a subscriber and you're a business owner or a new business owner, please hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on, as I'm always dropping new videos about building business credit, no personal guarantee, and to succeed in business. So I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notification on. For my current subscribers, thanks for tuning in again, and sorry it's been a couple days since I've uploaded some new videos. I've been busy. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to be going over no personal guarantee business auto loan financing. So I'm going to be covering 5 commercial auto loan lenders, the business requirements for no personal guarantee loan. The lenders I'm going to be covering is Ally Bank, Ford Motor Commercial Credit, Toyota Financial, PNC Bank, GM Motor Credit. So the first one is Ally Bank. Ally Bank's going to be your best choice out of all the banks, all your options out there. They tend to be the most lenient, and they do financing not just for commercial vehicles, but autos, box trucks, even some equipment. They do financing for equipment as well. So you can go to ally.com/auto/business. But stay tuned until below. I'm going to be covering all the data points that I can offer you guys today. So that's Ally. They're going to be your best actual bank that's going to be able to approve you if you're a newer business. There is still some requirements that we have to go over. So next is Ford Commercial Credit. So it's ford.com/finance/commercial-financing. I know on here they just show commercial vehicles, but they also allow you to finance, any other type of Ford vehicles as well for a business. Next is Toyota Financial Services. So this is the benefits. It says here, like, the benefits of our business solutions finance plans. Flexible terms up to 84 months. So for that, you go to toyotafinancial.com/US/EN. I'm not going to actually say all that. I don't know why I even started saying that. It's too long. Anyways, I'll have all the links in the description below. You guys can check those out. Next is PNC. So PNC will require a personal guarantee. I've heard 1 or 2 people being able to get it with no personal guarantee if they've been in business over 3 years. But for the most part, everyone's at PNC, they're going to require you to do a PG. They do it with their loans, business loans, and their business credit cards. So I just wanted to mention PNC in this video because they are a great bank if you're willing to do a personal guarantee. So, and the other thing's nice about PNC is they won't report it to your personal credit. If you do a personal guarantee, they won't report it to your personal credit unless you default. So next is GM Financial. Like I said, I'll have the links in the description below. Okay, let's see here. So the no PG, sorry, I have a runny nose, cold, still have a cold here. No PG business auto loan requirements. So you want to have at least 12 to 15 combined vendor trade lines reporting to the business credit bureaus. So that's Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So you want to have like at least 7 on your Dun and Bradstreet. So you want to have at least 7 on Dun and Bradstreet reporting, 4 to 5 on Experian, and 4 to 5 on Equifax. But what I would focus on if you're, strategically planning to want to get an auto loan under your business, no PG, focus on your Dun and Bradstreet and your Experian the most. But you need to have like 12 to 15 combined. Sorry, my dog's barking again. So you also want to have at least 1 vendor trade line reporting to Dun and Bradstreet and Experian, reporting a limit or a trade payment of $7,000 to $10,000. So that's what like Ford Motor Credit, Ally Bank, GM, Toyota. That's what they're really going to be looking for, because you can't just have 10 or 15 of the Quell U line. The small vendor trade lines, $100, $400, $500. They want to see that you've had payment experiences or have credit granted to your business in 4 digits to 5 digits. So you want to have my rule of thumb is $7,000 to $10,000. Of course, the higher the better. But you would be kind of spot on if you have a strong business credit profile on Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax, and you have at least $10,000, one of those trade lines being reported of at least $10,000. You should be in pretty good shape. So, no PG business auto loan requirements. This isn't for people that just started a business like a couple of days ago or a month ago. So, you want to be already in business for at least 1 year before you start applying. However, some do require 2 to 3 years. It just really depends on your business credit, on how many trade lines you have. So if you have like 30 trade lines reporting and several high limit ones, and you've only been in business, say, 1 year, your odds are going to be pretty good to be able to get approved through one of these financial institutions for no PG. So you want to have your business INC or your S Corp or your nonprofit or LLC documents ready. What I mean by that is have your initial IRS EIN number, letter, have your state filing documents that you file with the Secretary of State that they confirmed that you're in good standing, and when you go to the dealership, they're not going to probably need all this information and all these documents, but it's better to have all that to show the finance manager so he can work his magic to get you approved for no PG. So have, all your state filing documents, and get a certificate of your business in good standing with the Secretary of State. That usually costs $5 to $10. You can usually do it online, print it right off. Have your business bank statements for at least the last 3 months, showing the business income that your business can afford the monthly payment. You want to be able to show the business has income. It's best for commercial auto financing to have a down payment of at least $3,000 to $5,000. It depends. If you're going after a $100,000 BMW, you might need to get a, $10,000 or so down. There's so many variables, so I can't really say that for certain. But if you're just going after, say, a $20,000 car, or new car, or a $15,000 3 or 4 year old used car, make sure the mileage is low, and have like $3,000. You could probably do it for $2,000. I know a couple people that have got a no PG with $2,000 down on a used truck. So the more money you can show down, that's going to improve your no PG approval chances. Business owners that own 25% or more of the business, your personal credit may be pulled from, say, Ally or one of the financial institutions to make sure that who they're lending to also takes care of their personal credit. So just don't make sure that you don't have the finance manager at the dealership just go and do the no PG, do the personal guarantee. So you'll see that next. I'll cover that. So stay tuned. Here you go. How to get a no PG business auto loan. So go to your local car dealer, ask to speak to the dealer financing manager. That is the most important part, because if you just go there and the salesperson attacks you, trying to get you into a vehicle right away, and you ask for no personal guarantee, 8 out of 10 times, they're not even going to know what you're talking about. They mainly deal with individuals, not businesses. So you need to just skip that whole part and just say you would like to speak to the finance manager. And then when you speak to the finance manager, explain that you would like to apply for no personal guarantee auto loan through Ally Bank. So they work with the banks. So Ally tends to be the easiest. That's why I'm going to say, first try Ally Bank. They seem to be the easiest no PG auto lender, business auto lender. So show the finance manager all your business documents, because some finance managers may not have also much experience in, business financing, no PG. But, just explain to them that, you don't want your personal credit affected due to, you could say you're going to be closing on a house soon, or you're working on getting a mortgage, or you don't want your personal credit scores to be hurt by debt to income ratio. So, because that will affect, that payment that's going to be showing up there, if it goes through a personal guarantee. So stress that out to the finance manager that you want to do a no personal guarantee, and tell them you'd first like to try through Ally Bank. So they're going to take all your documents, take what they need, and send it over to Ally Bank, and Ally Bank's going to give them a decision or not, and they're going to come back and tell you, if you can get approved or not. So it's pretty much the same with Ford and Toyota, GM. Like I said, PNC, they're a great bank, but they're going to require a personal guarantee. I just wanted to put that out there, because if you're willing to do a personal guarantee, then PNC is a good bank, and PNC Bank does not report it on your personal credit report. They will check your personal credit and do a hard pull, but they're not going to report it, the business auto loan, on your personal credit report. Only if you default, they will. So, like I said, just get all your ducks in order. Do your own research as well, but go to your local car dealership where you want to get a vehicle through, and speak to the finance manager. That's all I can say. Speak to the finance manager, show them all your documents, tell them you want no personal guarantee auto loan. So I hope this was helpful to you guys, and stay tuned for more. Also, if you're looking for other type of loans for, say, commercial equipment or trucking, Ally Financial will still approve you for, those type of loans. But next week I'm going to be covering a video that's just about, trucking lending, logistics company lending, equipment leasing, equipment financing. So stay tuned, and please make sure you hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, because that really helps the channel grow as well. And don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, you guys take care. Thank you. Bye.